Hello, my name is Raymond Garchevsky, and I am a living Christ. Today I should like to share with you a letter that I sent to Emily Windsor, who currently is bringing suit against the present Queen of England on the basis of treason and retaking her proper place as the Queen, being the daughter of the late King Henry VIII. The letter reads thus: Dear Emily, it would seem that at this late stage of our lives that we too have lived our lives through interesting times. We have been privy to the best of times and to the worst of times, and have grown by our experiences. We have witnessed the deterioration of human society wrought upon mankind via the satanic thought of intellect. Although our early background of privilege and poverty remains strikingly different, we have both come to understand that such differences in consciousness are largely superficial. We understand that human society is doomed if it does not change its present momentum. You and I, unlike many, many others, have been working to do something about it. I say this because we each have found a deaf ear to the solutions proposed by either of us, by the spiritually living dead, identified as the satanic elitists who rule the world. Your efforts to reclaim your proper place as the Queen of England, as daughter of King Henry VIII, is followed by many, but stonewalled by the present political milieu which is now in place. I perceive your approach to be an intellectual exercise which is rife with conflict and strife, full of accomplishment and failure, of the human condition, as they are nothing more than the conditioning of a privileged intellect, and therefore which is subject to the deceptions which rule such intellect. I have come to understand and resonate with the non-dualistic truth that is the true state of all men and women, but is largely overshadowed by the satanic mind control which buries the living truth under mounds and mounds of illusions, satanic illusions. Emily, I sense in you a good heart, a compassion that is sorely missing in our controlled societies. I also sense in you a strength that cannot be thwarted by threats and intimidation by the present satanic power elite, who presently rule the world of civilized men. That strength, that fearlessness, is a natural outcome of anyone who has transcended the base consciousness of the intellect and has gained insight into what lies beyond the conditioned intellect. I am speaking of the power of truth, not merely the satanic idea of truth. With your efforts, you are showing the mass consciousness of the people that fame, fortune, and power are merely illusions which are fleeting at best. And you have the proof of history on your side. My approach is spiritual in its nature, and thus well beyond the ken of the average mind-controlled, enslaved human being. I, as do you, use common words to communicate with others, as that is but one of the needs of the intellect. However, it is the vibratory essence of truth, which resonates well beyond the interpreting, ignorant intellect, that disturbs others the most. They cannot identify with the energy, even whilst they cannot dismiss it. That is the wake-up call for them, even though most of them are unaware of it. Should you be successful in your present suit to take back the House of Windsor and usher in policies which you have enumerated on your site, along with any present efforts to alert people that they are privy to the second coming of Christ, a return to their own spiritual estate of Christ consciousness, the consciousness of non-dualistic truth, resonating in their own personal satanic world, which rule their intellectualized lives. That is the elusive peace which they strive so hard and so long for. They shall once again, if they understand this simple message, shall again overcome the powers, the satanic powers, which rule the world of man. Emily, I wish you the best in your endeavors. It is time that people come to their senses and identify the true power that they have in their hands, and support people like you. If they must live in a dualistic ruled world, let them at least live with a clear mind, a clear sight. For such is the kingdom of heaven, which awaits them. Godspeed.